To paint the watering can, I use Caroline's Cake Decorator's Rose Spirit. However, you can use Rejuvenator Spirit or vodka. I also used the combination of rock and petal dust. One was high blue, the other was silver lame, and in addition to those two colours, I used Caroline's petal dust. One was white shimmer and the other one was silver. I also used a very small amount of Rolcom Black for highlighting. You're also going to need some paint brushes. Now I found I got the best effect using the biggest one, which had the softest bristles. This technique's not kind to your brushes, so make sure your brushes aren't expensive. And if I haven't already told you, make sure that your cake is set for at least 24 hours so your fondant has hardened, or else doing the dabbing effect that we're going to use will leave dents in your fondant. Now it's your choice whether you use the Rejuvenator Fluid Spirit or the Caroline's Cake Decorator's Rose Spirit or just plain vodka. They're all much and much. I guess it comes down to availability. However, the Rejuvenator Spirit and the Rose Spirit does evaporate a lot faster. First colour I mixed was the high blue, which was my base colour. This one I made to quite a runny consistency, and I made a lot of it because it was the base colour and it was the predominant colour. Add your other colours to your paint palette and mix them with the alcohol. Remember, the alcohol will evaporate, so it's highly likely you'll have to fix the consistency back up when you're ready to use them. Okay, now it's time for the fun. Check your consistencies of your base colour, and if it's thickened up a bit too much, add some more alcohol and thin it back down. Grab your big thick paintbrush and just literally start dabbing your base coat on. If you find that any time you've put too much on, just use a clean, unused sponge and dab the excess off. Once I'd add the high blue liquefied base coat, I then dabbed it with some of the Caroline silver, the dark silver, just in very small random places, and just dabbed and worked it in. That's why we wanted the base coat to be really quite thin, so we could easily work in the darker colours. This time I'm going to be using the Rolcom Silver Lame, which is a slightly lighter silver than the Caroline Silver. Again, just randomly dab your watering can. Now keep covering with your base coat, high blue, and then add random placement of your Silver Lame and Caroline Silver. You can see here I have only worked on a small portion of the cake. Don't try and do all the cake in the one hit. It's best to do a small portion at a time so your colours are damp and then they blend together properly. Okay, so I just keep adding my base coat and then adding my greys randomly and just generally building up my colours. You might find that you'll need to keep overlapping with your base coat to tone the colours down and to blend the colours back into each other. It is just generally a build up dabbing technique. You're going to keep dabbing, keep adding your colours and keep building your colours up in layers and smudging those layers together. Once I'd added all the colours and built the layers up and had them all blended together, I dabbed using a brush damp with alcohol and white shimmer dust. I did this to tone the colours down and to finish the blending process. So I think you've probably got the general idea of the technique by now, and I've got no doubt you're totally over the sound of my voice by now. So I'm just going to let the video run and not do any more talking. Okay, I fib because I'm going to talk again. But just remember, around the joins, around your seams of your watering can, it's highly likely over the years that your can has leaked through these joins. So just darken up the joins a bit with your darker colours, and if you feel like it, just add a bit of brown to represent the rust where it's probably leaked and rusted over the years. Trust me, you really can't go wrong. Just keep adding your colours and building your colours up. If you find you've gone too dark, add more of your white shimmer but with less alcohol so it's thicker and like covers over the silver. If it's not dark enough, add more silver. Just keep adding, keep building up, keep adding, just keep the colours random. Here I'm just using the white shimmer on a dry brush. I'm only doing it to tone the colours down a bit because I didn't want a really highly polished metal effect. That wasn't the look I was after. Once you've got the effect that you wanted, just start working your way in sections around the rest of the cake.